likely something like jury instructions. Just statistically, that is the most common ground.
Hey, y'all, it's AT2. Come on in the room.
Second Circuit.
All right, NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos with us today. Danny, thank you. We appreciate it. Now, a jury has been seated in the sentencing phase for the convicted Parkland school shooter. It took 3 months to select the jurors here. NBC South Florida reporter Christian Benavides joins us now. Christian, what do we know about this jury that's been seated?
Well, Aaron, this is the culmination of a 3-month-long jury selection process, which had a number of delays along the way. But finally,
what's up, everybody? Come on in the room. Hold on, let me mute this. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I'm trying to wait for them to have the prosecutors. Come on, can y'all hear me? Y'all probably all like, what the hell is wrong with you? Oh, okay, y'all can. Okay, I'm downstairs in my mama basement. That's probably why y'all can't hear me. But basically what's going on is that they're trying to wait for his well, not his team. He's not going to release a statement. R.Kelly is not releasing a statement, or his lawyers, but the prosecutors are going to do a press conference. So I wanted to capture that. Right now they're talking about the Parkland shooting. So that's why I have it on mute right now. But anyway, but R.Kelly has been sentenced to 30 years, y'all. 30 years. Now, remember, this is just for New York. He still has to go to Illinois. He's facing more charges in Illinois. Now, what the prosecutors wanted to give him originally was the 25 years, right? But the judge actually ended up giving him 30, so additional 5. They stated that R. Kelly did not show any kind of remorse. He was just kind of like, well, because, you know, in R. Kelly's heart, he thinks that he's innocent, you know? He thinks that he's innocent. So they only gave, so, you know, the judge actually gave him 30 instead of the 25. So I found that quite interesting. I found that really interesting. Remember, he is facing the charges still in Illinois. So this man is probably going to get a lot more time. I don't see R. Kelly coming out in the near future. He's probably going to be obsolete in jail, you know? Let me see some of your comments. Toria, you sent that man in. Toria, take your ass to bed. That man ain't no innocent. Okay, okay. You ain't the only one. Okay. Kenya and Toria, go to bed. That man ain't innocent. Kels better get a pillow for him. D, you said 4 cheeks. Wow, you think he innocent too? Yeah, people counted Bill Cosby out. That's not because he was innocent. That was like a mistrial, or I forgot the proper term. But yeah, like, you know, he did put the pills in the jello pudding. Yeah, no, R. Kelly ain't no innocent. Now, what I did find interesting is that, what's her name? B. John, his lawyer, the Bill Cosby's lawyer, is also his defense attorney as well too. What's her proper name? Hold on, let me look it up, y'all. R. Kelly lawyer. Yeah, the Jennifer Bonjon. She was actually trying to get him 10 years based on his whatchamacallit, based on his past trauma, because, you know, R. Kelly was abused as a child as well too. I probably shouldn't have said that word, but it's too late. You know, was assaulted as a child too. We all know that story, which is very unfortunate. I believe he's not innocent since the first victim, right? In which the first victim that we know of, Aaliyah. You know what I mean? It's a history. It's a history. Remember last time we talked about this, I was singing "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number." And I told you guys the lyrics of the song. What's up, Amy? What's up, Frederick? I didn't realize how many people were like. I knew there was like a few people that thought R. Kelly was innocent. I didn't know there was like I didn't know there was that many. I thought it was just like a little cult or something like that. Okay. Yes, this was his first time offense, and that's why he didn't get life. Now, if you look at that chart, and I don't have that chart anymore on here. I thought I saved it, but if you look at that chart, he was actually could have got life, even though this was his first sentence. But they gave him 30 years. But I mean, like I said, he still faces charges in Illinois, so it's still going to it's gonna be life without getting life. Laugh, Gas, and Gossip. You're right. You're right. That's just the one we know of. We don't know for a fact that was his first. I'm talking about you remind me of my Jeep. All right, you know I love you, Toria. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm trust anything that we say in the chat as long as it's respectful. Like I don't. Yeah, like I don't. Trust me. I don't get wrapped up in this. Trust me. If I ever get wrapped up in it, I can turn off my computer. Oh, I know someone that knows him personally. He's certainly not innocent. You remind me on my cell. You remind me of that that clink clink. That was a good one, Amber. I like that. I like that. So I know someone who knows somebody, and what they told me, now I have to say allegedly, what they told me is that they did see, like late teens, like, legal age, like 17, 18. But they never seen like young girls before. That's what someone, has told me that knows, because they live in Chicago and stuff like that, knew of, R. Kelly and stuff like that, but they never seen anything in the act or anything like that. So. Oh no, Sanaa, that wasn't the one in the tape. No, that wasn't the first one. No. And Sanaa, I hope I'm saying it. I hope I'm saying your name right. It's like Sanaa Latham, right? Oh, thank you for asking, Elizabeth. My eye is doing a lot better. I'm just I got to take my eye drops right now. I'm on one pill a day on my steroids, so I'm almost off of the steroids. Yeah, they said U.S. District Judge Ann Donnelly imposed a sentence on Kelly after a nearly 3-hour hearing. Kelly did not address the court during the hearing. See, R. Kelly should have fainted. He should have fainted in court again. That's what his problem was. Yeah, but a lot of the articles are saying that he did not show any kind of remorse, no reaction, nothing. I mean, when you already know the outcome, what do you... In a way, I kind of be like, well, I kind of see it. Like, when you already know the outcome, what's going to be the outcome? But Frederick, I don't think it's all these black women. I think because they were mostly black women, that's why it was ignored. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. If it was a whole bunch of white women that he was that this happened to, this man would have been in jail long ago. I think because it was black women, it was look like, oh, these are some little fast girls. They trying to get this, they trying to get that. They trying to take advantage, this or that. I think that's why it was ignored. Attorneys will advise not to show emotion. First victim's name is Tiffany, I think. Oh, okay, thank you. What's up, Sunshinery? Thank you for coming. Oh, she was his hair braider. Okay, I was all like Raider. And Miss Carr, how do you say your name again? Forgot how you pronounced your name. Can you say it one more? Put the phonetic spelling on here one more time. They was down until the money went low. I don't believe none of this crap. Not saying he's completely innocent, but come on, man. I don't believe that the girls necessarily. I believe that the parents, now this is where I think let's be clear. I think we can all agree on this. The parents should definitely be in jail. Them parents should be in jail. I think some of them parents knew what they were doing. Who would let hold on. Because we got bills to pay around here. Hold on, let me put my cash up and stuff like that. We might put a few dollars on R.Kelly's books, but I need some money on my books right now. If you'd like to donate to the show, y'all see it scrolling down at the bottom. Oh no, did my computer time out? Why can't I see your comments? Oh man. For whatever reason, it's not showing me you guys' comments. Hold on, let me pull your comments up on my phone. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what the hell is going on. All right, y'all. Let me see. You don't think nobody lied? No. Well, no, I can't say that nobody lied. Like, come on now. Let's be clear. I'm not saying nobody lied or this or that. But, if we going to be honest, like, we got to call a spade a spade. Like, this man is definitely not innocent. You don't think this man used his position, used his power? Elizabeth said the parents, they knew exactly what they were doing. They put children in harm's way for money. Yes, just my opinion. Hey, all opinions are alleged, by the way. Yes. I definitely agree with that. I'm not going to restart my computer. Let me just see if I can, hold on. Yes, reload. Okay, there we go. Sorry, you guys. Put a 1 in the chat if you can still hear me. But Zero Chill, you said you think that that he didn't deserve 30. How many years would you have gave him? Like I said, his team wanted to give him 10, and then the prosecutors wanted to give him 25. What did Andre say? Let me go. Andre. Many stories about these parents weren't true. I used to believe they were all disgusting parents. Some were, but some were not. Yeah. And let's be clear. I think there was a mixed bag. Definitely I would say there was a mixed bag of parents that were taking advantage of the situation, and then parents that actually loved their children and wanted to try to give them the best. Let me see if I can pull back up the live stream, y'all. Let me get my computer together. My internet need to get clear. That's what my internet need to do. It need to get clear. Oh, it's on commercial. Okay. Some kind of TikTok commercial. Oh man, come on now. Okay, I'm just waiting for I'm just waiting for them to start talking about have the prosecutors give their statements and stuff like that. That's what we're waiting for. We're killing time. It's been kind of like a slow news day. Not too much going on, right? Cloud chasers and pimps all the way around. Ooh, Angel. Ooh, that's deep right there. Let me unmute the mic, see what they're talking about. Hold on.
Well, you know, it's having a significant impact, Aaron, when you're seeing the rate on a new.
Oh, they talking about credit. I need to be paying attention to that because my credit is all the way messed up. But but I want to keep this on track. Let's be clear. Let's keep it on R. Kelly right now. Right. Oh, okay, it's fine on your end. Okay, good. Yeah, I think it's me. What's up, Pillow Talk? Thank you. I see you too. No, not everybody. You got Chastity, you got Toria. It's a mixed bag of people in here. Like I said, I appreciate everybody's opinion. Good, bad, indifferent. I appreciate it. People want him back in the studio performing and just out. I mean, do you think people are gonna go to an R. Kelly concert? I don't know if anybody. What's up, Shauna? Thank you for coming. What's up, Tulsa? Thank you for coming. Oh, put a 1 in the chat if you would go to an R. Kelly concert. I mean, I might sneak and listen to his music, but I don't know if I would go to an R. Kelly concert. Put a 1. Put a 2 if you wouldn't go. I think as far as his career, I think his career is over, y'all. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 1. I would be running to his concert. I wouldn't be running to his concert. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. Amy J said full costume. Yeah, it would be one of those things where I wouldn't tell nobody. If I did, trust me, you're going to see me on YouTube talking about R. Kelly is disgusting, but then you're going to see me in the costume with sunglasses and shit on. Okay, 2, yeah. And then if he got the nerve to charge like over $100, like, you know, if it's $25, I might sneak in there in full costume and stuff like that. But if R. Kelly charging like 1 or 200 for tickets, hell nah. He need to be performing at the local Piggly Wiggly for free, or you know $5 or $10 to get in the door or something like that. But as far as like an actual concert at an arena, hell nah. Hell to the nah. Right, exactly. Teresa, you're right about that. If a song comes on the radio, I might listen, but I'm not buying or streaming no music. You know, I know at least out here in I'll say in the Bay Area, I don't hear his music no more. Except like, you know, say like you go on YouTube or like there's a mix or something like that. Like a mix that you're listening to, like a playlist or something like that, I rarely hear it. Like you actually, because I thought they took all his music off, but maybe it is on. How the G lady? Oh, that's a good question. Let's talk about her, the Maxwell or whatever her name is. She actually got 20 years. Now, they said the difference, because they did talk about that. They said the difference between her and R. Kelly is that she did show remorse for what she did. That's what they're saying. Even though she need to be in the slammer for the rest of her life, too. How old is she, by the way? Yeah, because she was aiding Epstein with that whole trafficking and stuff like that. So her ass definitely. Oh, she's 60. So she'll be about 80 something by the time she get out. Oh, well, they'll give her good behavior and shit, huh? Oh yeah, Miss Yolanda, he gonna be in there for a while. That man ain't getting out. Yeah, they took R. Kelly off the radio. I only hear his song on TikTok. Right, right. Oh, he does have like a song on. Oh, yeah. He does. Yeah. He's blackballed, so we ain't gonna hear no music from him no time soon. Right, right. Oh, he's banned from all radio stations. Okay. I did feel like there was a time I did hear a song though. Let me see. They need to be going after the rich and powerful who are abusing these women with max. Right, right. Because she ain't the only one. She ain't the only one. They gonna just they use her. Lil Nas X is using his superstardom to influence the youth. Oh Lord. Dear Lord, I am white, and I believe she only got 20 because she is white. Maxwell, right, exactly. Thank you, Elizabeth, for saying it. Elizabeth is white, and she said that the lady got off because she was white. So that makes it okay. But yeah, because there is no way in hell. Because they had this whole trafficking scheme going on for years. There is no way in hell that you can say that lady was any kind of innocent, y'all. Yeah, like I will listen to a whatchamacallit. I will listen to like a song that R. Kelly wrote. Did y'all know that like for instance, Michael Jackson, the You Are Not Alone. He wrote that. R. Kelly wrote that, y'all. So when you listen to that song, I am here for you. What other song did R. Kelly write? Oh, my favorite. This is Mr. Biggs. How you doing, Mr. Biggs? What the hell is going on? What you mean, what's going on? Kelly telling me that you're sleeping with another one. Just because you're thin one doesn't mean I'm sleeping with it. If you're not sleeping with her, what the hell you doing? Damn, I can be just talking to her. You can be just creeping with her. Now that's the shit right there. That Kelly Price, Mr. Big, Kelly, that song was the shit. Mind you, I was like, I think like 8 years old. I knew nothing about what that song was about, but that was my shit. And then Contagious, you're contagious, touch me, baby. Give me what you got. That was my shit right there. When you put R. Kelly and Ron Isley together, like you get, and there's like another song that wasn't released, Toria. It's called Showdown, and I think it was on the Chocolate Factory album on R. Kelly's album, but that was my shit. Classic as well. I believe I can fly. Wishing I can hold you now. Oh, that was the shit too, right there. I'm gonna have to do an R. Kelly cover album. Y'all, would y'all buy my R. Kelly cover album? We gonna have to do that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, Busted. He wrote Busted. Y'all remember? Go upstairs, cause you busted. Pack your bags, cause you busted. While you at it, call a cab. It's obvious you playing around. Go ahead and get your shit. Get the fuck out of here now. Damn, R. Kelly wrote some good songs, y'all. Shit, AT2 invented the remix. That's what we need. Oh, the Best of Both Worlds album. But then didn't Jay-Z like pepper spray him or something, Allie? I think Jay-Z pepper sprayed him. I remember something happened with that. Because that was the original before Kanye and Jay-Z did Take the Throne or whatever that album was called. R. Kelly can write a song. Even though they say he illiterate, he can write a damn song. Like when you can't take away that man's talent. He is one of the greatest like songwriters of all time. Like, that's something like we can never take away from this man. They're talking about, okay. What I'm gonna see, y'all, is if they're gonna play it. I'm still here, y'all. I'm gonna just see if they're gonna if they're anybody else talking about it, where I can give like a. Oh, here's something, y'all. Okay, I found another screen. Okay, let me take this shiznit off. Hold on. Because arrest all the mofos. All the mofos, January 6th, arrest them. Let's be clear. Put their ass to jail. All them people on January 6th, put them to jail. Like 200, you don't collect 200. You don't get to go. If you thought your privileged ass was gonna go to the Capitol and F shit up, be taking pictures in the no, you deserve to go to jail. Take your ass to jail. Don't pass go. I was gonna do a show on that, but it's obvious they need to go to jail. So yeah, I don't think there's no show that need to be done. All right, y'all. Here we go. Let me play this.
He was just asking for some clarifications about some of the terms and that were read to him. As you all know, Mr. Kelly has.
This is his attorney right here.
So it's really important for.
Ooh, that guy is cussing.
There's a great deal of things that have to be explained in a little more slowly. So. Well, I mean, obviously he's devastated. 30 years in prison is like a life sentence for him. But at the same time, we knew the government was asking for 25 years. We were prepared for what the judge might impose. So it didn't come as a great big surprise. We were prepared for it, and we are now prepared to fight this appeal. For us, it's just the beginning of the fight, frankly. So we were prepared going in for today, and he's doing okay with it despite it being crazy.
Why did it not want to make
a statement in allocution? Well, that was on advice of counsel. That was on my advice.
Why?
Because he has pending cases. It's obvious. He's got pending cases.
Oh, that is true.
He has a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and I advised him to invoke that Fifth Amendment right. I promise you, he does want to make a statement. He will make statements eventually, but on the advice of counsel, he remains silent today.
Okay, you guys are right. They advised him not to.
Okay, so the appeal will lay out that the enterprise that was charged, as you will see if you've read my post-trial motions, which you probably have not, our position is this was not a RICO or racketeering act violation. These were isolated events that happened many years ago, and the government simply tried to plead around the statute of limitations to bring it in a RICO charge, which was inappropriate. So, I mean,
notice she's not saying he's innocent.
There was no enterprise. It was one man with allegations by a number of women, which doesn't make it an enterprise. And that is why he's not guilty of racketeering.
So basically, it's not. She's saying that it was isolated innocence. It wasn't orchestrated.
I said he has regrets and he is sad. Nobody wants to hear what he heard today. He's a human being. He feels when other people are feeling, but that doesn't mean that can accept responsibility in the way that the government would like him to, and the way other people would like him to, because he disagrees. He is not. He disagrees with the characterizations that have been made about him. But that doesn't mean he's not a human being and can't feel something when other people are in pain.
Is his abuser here today? He said that his sister abused him as he was a kid. He has 4 people here today.
Yes, he has a number of friends here today. No, his sister is not here today. He's been estranged from her for quite some time.
Oh, I didn't think he talked to his sister
he has
still.
2 brothers who are fully in support of him who were also victims of sexual abuse in his household. So they are here in spirit, although not here personally. So no. And
What do you say to people who say he's a predator?
Have you had the opportunity to speak to Joyce?
yes, I speak to Joy regularly, and Joy is just fine. She is sad, but she told him, and she sent me a text message telling him to pray and put it in God's hands. And she loves him, and
Joy
she's
is the
delivering it
girlfriend,
through us.
right?
That's what she had to say to him
Is he a
today.
predator?
No, he's not.
No, he's not a predator. Anybody, anything?
Can I just get your name first and last name?
Where's the other members of the
Jennifer Bonjean, Bonjean.
We've been listening to R.Kelly's lawyer speak after his sentencing to 30 years in prison. He was convicted of racketeering and sex trafficking last year at a trial. His lawyers say they expected this sentence and plan on appealing his conviction in this case. We are going to take a quick break, but we've got a lot more news ahead.
That's right. We are also expecting to hear from some of the victims in the case. When that happens, and if that happens, we'll bring it to you live. You're streaming CBS News, always on.
All right, let me go ahead and take that off.
An original documentary from CBS reports.
You see a lot more. Hold on, sorry, y'all.
The metaverse, the virtual world that's become a cryptocurrency.
All right, so what do you guys think of what she said? She is engaged to him, and she wrote a letter to the judge saying the prosecutors threatened her. Oh, she said that she was threatened. I think one of his brothers is already in prison. Yeah, I thought one of his brothers was already in prison. Well, she did kind of say something like somebody here in spirit or something like that, and it was kind of like, what is she talking about?
An iconic shot.
This one.
Like Capital Group's new.
Maybe not that one. I wanted to see if there was more interviews. Okay, as far as interviews, I think that's survivors' lawyers speak. Okay, let's see this one.
Their futures. These are voices of mostly black and brown women and children that were heard and believed, and for whom justice was finally achieved. This is a victory for them.
Yes, culture in Illinois.
Of sexual assault. Victims of sexual violence must be heard. Perpetrators.
Agreed. What's up, Curls for the Culture?
And our women and children must be protected. I hope this sentencing serves as its own testimony that it doesn't matter how powerful, rich, or famous your abuser may be, or how small they may make you feel.
And these are the prosecutors, you guys.
I want to say that this case would not have been possible without the outstanding work, dedication, and skill of the prosecution team, Assistant United States Attorneys Elizabeth Geddes, Nadia Shahada, and Maria Cruz Melendez, Senior Investigator Keith Kolovich, and former paralegal specialist Kira Wimpton and Alyssa Fagel. Their dedication to the truth and justice was truly extraordinary. I want to commend and thank the special agents who handled this case for their outstanding work, Ryan Chabot and Sylvette Reynoso of the Department of Homeland Security Investigations, under the supervision of Supervisory Special Agents Elvin Hernandez and Patrick Gill. They and detectives from the New York City Police Department painstakingly went through the documents, the records, and interviews to collect and verify the facts that became the foundation for this strong case.
And they have 30 days to appeal. I forgot to mention that, you guys.
I want to say a special thank you to the brave survivors, those who came forward, and all who endured. It is thanks to you that we were able to deliver justice today. I'll now call up HSI's Executive Associate Director, Steve Francis, for remarks.
Yes. That's true, Chastity. You're right.
Francis, the Executive Associate Director for Homeland Security Investigations, HSI. Robert Kelly once said, if you're going to tell your life story, you got to be honest or don't do it. Over the course of this HSI-led multi-year investigation and 6-week trial, a jury of Mr. Kelly's peers confirmed what these courageous victims have known for a very long time. Mr. Kelly is not an honest person. This man is a prolific serial predator.
Stephanie, why do you feel that way?
As a Grammy award-winning household name with global recognition to inflict pain and anguish on so many victims. Despite numerous reports of his destructive abuse over the years, the brazen acts of intimidation against his accusers kept him shielded from prosecution until HSI, the U.S. Attorney's Office from the Eastern District of New York, and these incredible prosecutors and NYPD initiated an investigation into his criminal organization.
Okay, so y'all think they did threaten people?
That belongs to the brave victims who came forward. Despite intense public scrutiny, despite social media slander, despite threats to their own health and safety, and despite being asked to relive the pain of some of the most traumatic days in their lives, they told their stories and they made their voices heard. Today's sentencing sends a clear message that no amount of money or fame is enough to evade justice. And the money, power, and fame will not buy you.
What's up, Crystal? Thank you for coming.
And the United States government will hold you accountable for any atrocities you commit. Mr. Kelly led a criminal enterprise with his entourage to prey on the young and vulnerable by dangling promises of fame, fortune, and stardom.
But I still don't know why more people haven't went down if it was an enterprise. Shouldn't more people be going to jail, y'all?
Mr. Kelly attempted to silence these victims through
thank you, Princess.
Intimidation, blackmail, and physical violence. He once said,
we appreciate the super sticker over here.
Silence can be so loud. Thankfully, these brave victims and true survivors will be heard forever, while Mr. R.Kelly will be left alone in a jail cell in silence for many, many years to come.
What's up, Janae?
It is comforting to now know that not only the loud noise he will hear every day is his prison cell door slamming shut behind him. No matter how many hit songs he may have released, his legacy will not be remembered by that of his voice, but by the voices of the brave women and men who came forward to reveal to the world the monster that R.Kelly truly is.
Yes, I did look that up, Toria. The age of consent is 17 in Illinois.
And resilience of those he once preyed upon when they were young and vulnerable. These victims are the unsung heroes today. Today is about them. Today is their day. Today is their victory. Thank you.
What took you so long, sir? Why did you fail victims for decades, sir?
Thank you, everybody.
You've been listening to U.S. attorneys speak after R. Kelly's sentencing to 30 years for sex trafficking and racketeering.
Right, Crystal. Elizabeth, who is white, actually said that lady only got 20 years because she was white.
He will spend decades in prison for his attacks.
Because that lady should have got a lot more.
We are expecting to hear from some of the victims in the case. We'll, of course, bring that to you live and when we...
Oh, Lord, I can't stand this lady.
They wanted the court
What's her name,
to
Gloria?
their pain. And for the defendant
Let's go
to
ahead
hear
and
the
listen to
harm
her, y'all.
that
What's up,
they
Wendy?
suffered as a result of the pain that he has inflicted on them. Although he had what he may have thought was a perfect scheme to sexually victimize his young victims, he underestimated their courage to fight back and assist law enforcement in making him accountable in a court of law. All of my clients, who were, by the way, the majority of the victims who testified in this case, were very courageous as they testified and were cross-examined and or spoke to law enforcement or testified before a grand jury to assist in the prosecution of R. Kelly. Together, they were able to fight his power by becoming empowered young women themselves, who refused to be intimidated by him and his enablers. I am proud of all of them. And there are many sacrifices made in order to bring R. Kelly finally to the bar of justice.
Hey, Dion, thank you for coming.
Making R. Kelly suffer the consequences of his criminal acts. In addition, they are relieved that he has been sent to prison for approximately 30 years because while he is in custody, he will not be able to continue to sexually victimize any other.
And yes, I want to clarify. Not all these cases were young girls.
has
Some
been a
of them
major
were
goal of
adults
theirs.
too, as well. I'm
And
sorry.
now I would like to introduce some
gotta
of
be
these
fair.
brave clients of mine who have spoken to law enforcement and have provided very important information in this case. I'm going to let them give their names themselves if they wish to provide them.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lizette Martinez. And I just want to thank Gloria. I want to thank the prosecutors. I want to thank the judge.
Ooh, I don't
today
know.
was a very
Toria, do you
special
know
and
anything
hard
about
day
this?
For us. I personally, this happened to me a long time ago. I was 17. I'm 45 today. I never thought that I would be here to see him be held accountable for the atrocious things that he did to children. I don't know what else to say except that I'm grateful. I'm grateful for today. And I'm grateful that Robert Sylvester Kelly is away and will stay away and will not be able to harm anyone else.
Yes, this girl was one of the older victims.
He
Yes.
ruined it. I was an up-and-coming singer. I was a girl full of life, very innocent but very driven, and preyed upon basically at the mall in Aventura, Florida, and promised just a mentorship and quickly turned into, I would just say, a sex slave.
Talk about the sentence. Is 30 years enough? Do you think sentence was enough?
I personally don't think it's enough, but I'm pleased with it. It's fine. No comment. Okay.
Thank you for your bravery.
Thank you.
Girls.
Good afternoon. I am Jovante. My name is Jovante. I started this journey 30 years ago. I was 14 years old when I encountered Robert Sylvester Kelly. There wasn't a day in my life up until this moment that I actually believed that the judicial system would come through for Black and brown girls. I stand here very proud of my judicial system, very proud of my fellow survivors.
Also, I heard that he doesn't have any money to pay them.
And 30 years is what he got.
He doesn't have any
I thank
money.
the prosecution. I thank my attorney, Gloria Aldridge, and I thank all of you all that have stood in support of us for so long.
Why did it take the police so long? Why did it take the police so long? Are you frustrated?
What's up, Debbie?
I can't speak to why it takes anyone the amount of time that it takes, but they've done their homework. They've presented their case, and now we have justice in our judicial system.
Were they not listening to black women? Was there a problem around race here? Were they not listening to black women?
Why is everyone British?
They were not paying attention to the details that were being articulated to them. I won't say that they were not paying attention. I will say that they were not listening for detail.
Jovante, how did this affect your life during your dealings with him?
Being in a situation as such affords you the ability to be re-victimized over and over again in different areas of your life. When you are taught to be quiet and to keep silent about things that should be spoken about openly, you find yourself reclused, and that often affords people the ability to manipulate you.
Who told you to be quiet?
I'm sorry, sir, I didn't hear you over.
I'm sorry. Who forced you? You said when you're forced to be quiet, who forced you to be quiet?
Society.
What's up, Dot?
Society.
I see
When
you
people are telling
too.
you that you're not telling the truth and there's no support for you.
Jovante, did you cry when you heard the 30 years, when you heard the sentence? Did you sigh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
How do you feel now?
Last question.
How do you feel?
Stephanie said Andrea can't explain how she couldn't leave. She hints that she was captive, but it doesn't make sense. Laughcats and Gossip said one of the reasons it took so long is because many victims took payoffs. I heard that too as well.
Okay, I think that's it. Jov as in Victor, ANTE.
Can you speak to the process here?
Yeah, for me, it's really hard because I do. I think that's it. Hold on.
You've been listening to some of R. Kelly's victims speak after his.
Okay, I think that's it for that one. Yeah, let me take it down. Take it down, take it down, take it down, down. Okay, I'm back on the screen. Okay, it's hard for me when it really comes to, okay, when did you know about this? You had enough time to say this and that. How come you didn't say any time? Blah, 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 blah. It's really hard for me to agree with that just because, when things happen when you're young, it takes you probably your whole life to process it, y'all. I don't think some people realize that. It takes your whole life to process it because you bury it. These girls were probably put in a situation that they, not all, because some of them were adults, like you guys said. Some of them were adults. I'm talking about the younger ones. The younger ones probably didn't know how to process what was really going on. And some of them still probably have not processed. I know some people are all like, isn't there statutes of limitations? The statutes of limitations depends on like your last case or something. I forgot what Stephanie, it's something like their last, you can go based off their last case within a certain amount of years. I know like states like New York, have expanded the statutes of limitations, so it's wider. It's a wider range, But going back to my point, it's very hard for me to say, oh, this is when you should say something or you should come forward. Because anyone that has been a victim of whatever, you know what I'm saying, a victim of whatever, you can't pressure someone to make a statement at a certain time or when you would like them to make a statement. Now, like I said, let's be clear. I do think there are some situations that were kind of played up, especially with the documentary and stuff like that. Like I said, I could only get through part 1 and then half of part 2, and then I was over it because I was like, yo, this is too much. Like, anybody who has ever gone through a traumatic experience, like, you don't want to watch something like that. That shit ain't enjoyable like that. You know what I mean? So it brings up so much trauma and it brings up so many different situations and stuff like that. And so what I'm basically saying is that I can't hold them responsible for not coming at a certain, speaking at a certain time or whatnot. The only thing that I can say is that they felt like this was the opportunity to get revenge for whatever reason. And it is what it is, Do I think R.Kelly is an innocent man and he's, he didn't know what he was doing or didn't know what was going on? I honestly think R.Kelly needs to speak. Now, whether these were isolated incident, I think the whole trying to prove whether or not it was an enterprise, as they say, they're trying to prove whether or not it was an enterprise is one thing, but I do believe that R. Kelly had help in this, and I do think that there should be other people in jail right now. I don't think this man did this on his own. This man was killing it in the music game. This man was killing it. He was one of the biggest artists. He had power. He had a lot of money. I know Toria had put something like 950 million, but I had read his net worth was once 250 million at one time. Now it's like negative 2 million because, like I said, whatever money he makes goes to one of his victims, but at the same time, whatchamacallit, he has to pay the record label, and so the money goes through so many hands before it even gets to R. Kelly. Excuse me. Oh shit, I had a burp. Stephanie said, I mean, the complaints, I don't believe they didn't know what he was about. All the parents, especially the Savages. Oh, now the Savages, yeah, they something else. And that's why the Savages have been exposed. Now think about it. We haven't talked about Jocelyn and Azrael and all of them because, like, yeah, I don't even want to get into that. Like, that shit, that whole situation is crazy with them. But they parents definitely act out and they act a fool. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I think those are one of those situations where the parents definitely are taking opportunities and, sold their children. I'm going to just say the word, sold their children. The nicest way I can say it. The Currys are too. Who are the Currys, Stephanie? Shout out to Wendy Lucas. Hopefully she pulled over while she listening to this. Demetrius even admits to stealing from him. They robbed him blind. Ooh. And Toria was saying that too. Toria was saying that they took this man, they took Kelly's money as well too. Wendy said the Savages were about their damn storefronts and money. Ooh. Oh, that's what that's her last name. Okay, thank you, Stephanie. Azrael Curry. That's her last name. Yes. Seems like another tactic to keep us divided. No, I still don't think that. Because I'm split down the middle. I think you can hold people accountable no matter what. I think you can hold people accountable. Oh, Wendy, tell Deja I said hi, by the way. Cleary. I thought it was. I thought that was wrong too. It's Azrael Cleary, not Curry. Cleary. Yeah, that's what her name is. Azrael Cleary and the Clearys. That crazy bunch. The Savages and the Clearys. It's just something about that whole situation and that, yeah. What about the RICO cases on the people who crashed the Black Wall Street or town? Well, that's a whole different topic. That's a whole different topic. And I don't understand why y'all in Georgia. Who in Georgia from here? Why do y'all still go to Lake Lanier? Do you know that used to be a black town and they flooded that town and try to make it like a lakefront homes and stuff like that? If you in Georgia, stop swimming in Lake Lanier. That's why people pass away there, because it's haunted. Because they destroyed that black town. But no, definitely Black Wall Street. I do hope that they do get reparations for that, by the way, you know. But no, that's obvious. No, that's obvious. That's history right there. That's what I'm saying. Lake Lanier, Black Wall Street. No, that's history right there. We know that. Oh, Canelo said he don't go. Okay, he said he don't go. Good. Like, don't go there. I used to live. Oh, Debbie used to live near there. I'm just saying, stay away. Hey, stick to the rivers and lakes that you used to. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts telling on other artists that participated as well. Oh, that's a good question. Thank you, Melinda. So from this point on, do you guys think that R.Kelly should talk about, who was involved, or, oh, well, no, actually, no, that's not a great question, because he still got that case in Illinois. So he's still got to, I don't think he's going to sing because he still got that case in Illinois. They need to get that lady. Yes, they need to get that lady that got Emmett Till killed. You're right, Social Misfit. You're right about that. And that lady is still alive, actually. I'm all like, damn, how old is she? But she need to go to jail. She need to get the electric chair. Rest in peace to Emmett Till. There was actually a more... No, I can't put it on here right now. Right, Trick Mama. They got a curse on it. Don't swim there. Leave that water alone. Let them souls that they killed rest in peace. He said that he was telling on Jay-Z and others too. Oh, he was about to tell on Jay-Z too? Oh, shit. Right, Trick Mama. I do a little homework. You know, I know history. You know, I might not know all the specific dates and stuff like that, but I look up things. You know, because they don't. Let's be clear. You know, in schools they don't teach you Black history, and now with this what is it called? The CRT. I don't even know what the abbreviation is, but basically they try to say they don't want to make white kids feel uncomfortable. But the thing is that they're not teaching like history at all. Like it was a scapegoat, so they didn't have to teach it at all. Not that it was making them feel uncomfortable. They just didn't want to teach it. So there's a lot of stuff, you know, as me, that I had to learn on my own in my adulthood. You know, they don't teach us a lot. You know, you learn about the founding fathers, and then, you know, all of a sudden you skip to today, and then it's like, whoa, what happened in between there? You don't understand history. Damn, Jay-Z. Well, I don't want to say too much about Jay-Z because I heard just like Jay-Z and just like the Clintons, when you mention their name, you disappear the next day. So we just gonna say shout out to that brother. I hope he doing all right. Why you think this all happened? He was trying to get his music. They stopped him bringing charges. Those powerful rich white men was not going to have it. I mean, I can't say that he was not trying to get his music, but I don't think he's innocent. I definitely don't think that. I don't think like all of this is made up. I mean, it could, you know, because I did hear the Bill Cosby, was it NBC or CBS that he tried to buy? And I know people said, and then they blocked him from buying it, and then that's when all these things happen. You know, or rightfully that could be true, because let's be honest, you know, it does seem like when you try to make a power move, then all this history comes up, you know. Did you guys hear about the latest Supreme Court decision on voting rights in Alabama and Florida? I think no, I did not hear about that. Is it going to be something to piss me off? I think it might be something to make me mad. No, I didn't hear about it. I'll look it up later though, Debbie. They want to protect all. Oh, you guys are talking about CRT. Okay, I see what it is. Gerrymandering allowed maps. Oh, you know what? Yes, I did hear about that, Debbie. You're right about that. I think it started with Azrael and the Savages. It's horrible. We moved back 60 years. Right. I did hear something about it, but I didn't look further into it. Right, Toria, it will make you mad. Okay, I had to unplug my laptop so I can use it. I hate when I charge my laptop, I can't use the mouse pad for whatever reason. Something's wrong with that. I'm too old to fight, but I want to hit the streets. No, you're never too old. I did hear about that. Yeah. They want to take basically everything, have the states decide. Now, I think when it comes to race, I think they'll definitely back off of that. I really do think. Now, as far as our LGBTQIA plus community, I think they're going to have a hard time. But I think for race, I think they're going to probably stay away from that, because that will... Oh, that ain't gonna look too good. I mean, it's already not looking good, but I don't think they're gonna mess with that. And happy Pride Month, by the way. I knew they were going to start digging in the archives, knowing we still have slave states. Yeah. Whew. All right, y'all. I love having these real conversations with y'all. I know I kind of do the celebrity thing, and you know, you guys see me joke around, but I love having these deep conversations because this is what I'm about. Oh, yes. Thank you, Just Curious Commentary. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you already didn't. I don't know if I got any Cash App, PayPal, or Venmos, but thank you for the super sticker. I do appreciate that. I'll be back a little later. I don't know what we're going to talk about later on today, but I appreciate everybody for being here, everybody for coming. Drop the link. Oh wait, y'all want to talk? Okay. I'll drop the link. Let me drop the link. Click the link. Okay. We'll do another 15 minutes. If you guys want to come on and just talk for the next 15, we can do that. Okay, I'll drop the link. If you guys want to get some of your perspectives on what's going on, click the link. Oh, there's Stephanie. Okay. What's up, Stephanie? How you doing?
Hey, cuz. How are you?
Doing good, cuz.
Okay, cool. So I'm glad to hear it. So listen, here's the thing I find. Here's the thing I find like kind of disturbing and sort of like the prosecutors in the New York case were kind of playing fast and loose. So this is the thing: is that the trafficking counts of the indictments that had to do with the adults. The adults were the basis of the adult women. Mm-hmm. So the trafficking cases were based on the Mann Act. So you know what the Mann Act was? It's an old law.
That's basically based on trafficking, right? From state to state.
But the Mann Act is also called the White Slavery Law. And it was
wow. Let me add Toria in here too. Go ahead.
It was based on basically a boxer taking a white woman across state lines to marry her, and they found that was back in the day. Oh, sorry, I was
your
getting a phone
mic went
call.
out. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I guess I got it on speaker now. So the trafficking cases were based on the Mann Act, and basically what the Mann Act requires is that somebody gets taken into a state where and they were going to do an illegal act, okay? Like an illegal act in that state. Now, the illegal act that happened in New York that they say, caused these women to be trafficked under the Mann Act was their exposure to herpes, okay? And the reason that was the basis of a Mann Act as an illegal act is because New York has a law dating back to, it's at least a century old, saying that it is illegal to expose someone to a contagious disease. So his prosecution was basically based on, taking them over state lines for an illegal act, and the illegal act
Let me turn on my lights.
Is exposing them to herpes. So make that make sense. I mean, it just is so petty. I mean, that in itself is just such a small act that, it wasn't about sex trafficking. He didn't sell these people. He didn't force these people to have sex.
Right. So they're trying to correlate that with the herpes and not anything to do with the actual trafficking.
Right. And I mean, they could choose that
exactly right
under the Mann Act because he caused them to be exposed to. He caused them to do an illegal act in New York. That's all it requires. So basically, if you took somebody into a state and then, like y'all stole something together, even if it was a minor theft, that would still be considered trafficking under the Mann Act. You could charge it that way. And I think what happened was they really wanted to prosecute R.Kelly. Like that was a goal. They felt like after all this outrage that they had to do something to him.
Right. They had to give him something. I agree with that. They had to give him something.
Yep. And so that was it. That was the reason that he got what he got. It was just because they had to find something to do to him.
Yeah, and it was 8 counts of the on the violation of the Mann Act as well too. 8 counts.
And it's just wild because now I'm afraid that people less famous, people with less money, people with less resources are going to experience prosecution under this kind of now
It's going to be a
that
domino effect.
they're far less able to fight the case.
Right. Toria, go ahead and get on in here.
Okay, she's exactly right. They went after him for that. But I just can't believe that, I thought he was guilty in the beginning, and it hurt me because I love his music. I play it every day. But after I watched countless videos and read countless transcripts, them transcripts cost a lot of money, HE2. His transcript,
isn't it like $200 per page or something crazy like that?
His transcripts was over $4,000, and we read every page. And we went through this case, dissected it case by case, and we've had every brief that Bojine wrote, everything. And when you listen to all this, you see how I changed my mind, because all the women started recounting. The prosecutors did so many illegal things in this case and got away with it because the judge allowed them. And plus, R.Kelly's old lawyers is the one that is responsible for this, because they didn't do their job, and they turned around and was representing other people at the same time, his witnesses and him, the victims and him. They can't do that. That's illegal. So this is why a lot of things is going to be overturned on appeal. Bojine already got off.
It will be overturned on appeal.
Huh?
You think that it will be overturned on appeal? Because wasn't it only 2 of the girls in this case that were actually underage? The rest of them were adults, right?
They weren't underage according to Chicago's law, but they were trying to ease that in. And then the girls, the Jocelyn girl, yesterday we just read all the doctor's reports that the court-appointed doctor had to, see him. And we just read all that yesterday, and all the letters that got sent to the judge before sentencing. And she said they threatened her. She was so sorry. I mean, Azriel wrote him a letter, and I know their parents is going to be pissed. She written a letter to the judge that they threatened her. She had to testify because they kept threatening her and everything. So it's going to be a lot more. This ain't over yet, put it that way. But that ain't what I want to talk about. We need to get rid of these Supreme Court justices before we don't have any more rights. They are taking our rights away. They are making decisions. They are gerrymandering in every one of these states.
Right.
Pretty soon, we're not going to be able to do anything. A woman is going to have all her rights. All our LGBTQ plus people, they're not going to have no rights. The marriages are going to be overturned. It's not right. Everybody should be treated equal, no matter the color of your skin, no matter of your sexual preference. Who you sleep with don't bother me. I have lots of gay friends. I have a daughter that's gay. I don't care who she sleeps with, as long as she's happy and successful. Who she sleeps with don't affect me.
Hey, Toria, what you gonna do with your husband? Because your husband is chocolate. So what's gonna happen to you?
I know. Look, we got a petition going now on move.org to get rid of Clarence Thomas. You know Tabitha, right?
Oh, yeah.
Tabitha, Miss Tabitha.
Tabitha. Yeah. But
Clarence Thomas. Yeah. And I gotta tell you something. Did you know that Amber, you know Amber of the Amber Channel?
Yeah, she was here earlier. What's up?
Right. That's why I left. Remember? Did you see? I said I'll leave and I'll be right back. Well,
no, I didn't see that because I thought you were still here.
No, I had left and went and listened to Bojine's interview and stuff, and then I came back. Okay. That's why when you showed it, I had already seen it. Because hip hop and Sylvia, they're all there in New York. But anyway, getting back to her, she made a lot of racist statements. How can a racist be petitioning so hard to get rid of another racist, Cooter Brown, when they have said nasty things about Africans in braids, other disparaging comments about Black people, and then the other day you can ask Hood Life. The Hood Life called her out. Then
I'm gonna stop you right there, Tori. I'm gonna stop you right there. This is a conversation that needs to be needed, but the only thing I can say is that Amber has spoke about it on her channel and addressed it.
Yeah, she said she was sorry.
There was a situation where Hood Life had suggested she came to me, but like I said, and this was a private conversation I had, I was all like, yo, if you apologize and took accountability, the only thing that you can do is show your actions. People are always going to talk about something and they're always going to bring it up just because they don't like you. It's not about whether it's right or wrong, because it's whoever you like at the time. You'll ignore whatever the other person said, because I see the games that are going on. Hold on. Let me finish. Okay. Because I see the games going on over there with Hood Life, and I'm not here for it. At the end
I don't go over there. I'm not hardly over there.
Over there, as long as Amber takes accountability for what she does, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
I'm just
but
old
Toria,
school
don't
believer.
get wrapped up playing that over there.
I'm not. You know, I'm not
get
for
you
that.
emotionally involved in it. So then they're playing a game. It's all about money. Nobody cares.
I'm not going to play that game.
Nobody cares about racism. All they care about is fucking money at the end of the day. They're playing with you guys' fucking emotions. And it's pissing me the fuck off. Because at the end of the day, I'm always the motherfucker that gets thrown under the bus. Everybody wants to say, oh, I stand with AT2, but you motherfuckers don't really stand with me. It's me that's taking the hits. I didn't even say anything about this motherfucker. And this motherfucker wanted to talk about me. At the end of the day, I'm the one taking the hit. That's why I had to walk away from the fucking situation.
I know
and
you
Toria,
did,
I'm
baby.
not yelling at you. I'm just yelling at the situation.
I know you are, baby. But see, I'm from the old school, and I always believe that if a person shows you who they are the first time, then believe them. And I just don't give them a second chance. I just can't. It took the only reason I agreed to take that apology is because you asked me to listen and hear her out. She called me on the telephone. Right. I heard her out, and I said, okay, just let it go, and that's it. I pop in there to see what she's talking about, and then I go out because I can't listen to no drama. I don't like that.
Right. And you know what? I apologize too, because I did put a stamp on her and was all like, oh yeah, she's good. You know, she learned her lesson and stuff like that. I apologize for that, because I should have went with my first thought to leave the situation alone, and I didn't. So I apologize for even putting you in that predicament to even be over there. You know what I mean?
I tried to tell you. I was shocked that you took that, because I've been hearing I'm going to change for so long. And when a person got to show you, like you said, you got to see what they're going to do. Don't just talk about it, do it. You shouldn't even have to talk about it. Say your apology, let it go, and start changing. Show that you're changing. I told her there's so many other things you can talk about. You ain't got to talk about the housewives like everybody else. You can do panels on health, women's issues, different things
I don't think that individual wants help. Once she puts down the bottle, she'll be fine. But thank you for coming on, Toria. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down. Thank you for coming.
Hey,
what's
AT2
up, Last and Gossip? What you want
and
to
Stephanie. So I was just, well, you know, I did an interview with Demetrius. Shout out to my channel. I just had to get that little plug in. But I'm calling because based on the conversations that I had with Demetrius, who was his manager early on, I do believe that he's guilty, because I talked to Demetrius for almost 2 months. We did 2 interviews, and just based on his admissions, things that he himself did, there was something nefarious going on. Now, I don't know about some of these older women, like in the I would say in the early 2000s, the older women that he was dating. I don't know about the Clearys and the the Savage Girl, but when I talked to Demetrius, he talks about how the young girls were coming. They would let them come into the studios. Their parents would let them come. He was the manager and he allowed it as well. So things went on. I mean, I'm not saying that, I can, of course, we cannot say if he's guilty or not guilty. I do believe that he's guilty. But
Right.
Demetrius himself, I believe he even had a young wife. The manager, now I can't confirm that, but it's rumored that I think one of his baby's moms may have been 16, 17 or something of that nature when he was older. So I do believe that some stuff went on, and I mean, I hate to say it, but I think R. Kelly and maybe him, I believe they had a relationship too. I believe he groomed R. Kelly, and not I believe he helped him
Oh, wow.
do some of those things. If you go back and listen to the interview, I know people talk about, oh, you overtalk Demetrius, but and he also has a book out.
I gotta go listen to it.
No, listen, this stuff that he tells you is chilling. They were predators. Anyway, I'm not going to take up a lot of time. Me and you, I'll talk to you behind the scenes if you ever want to talk about it. It's crazy. He did something, and Demetrius admits that he got that fake marriage certificate. He admits it, which put his own self in jeopardy. He was almost up on some charges as well. He's been to prison too. Come on now. People got to get real. I don't know about these new people. These new girls, I do believe that some of it is trumped up in that I do believe that some of it is lies. It's like, let's jump on the bandwagon. But clearly early on, Aaliyah was not his first victim. He's had 20 or 30 cases where he was paying $200,000. It was known under the table to these girls. Now, is he just giving them $200,000 because for what? No, you're paying them off.
Right. You paying them off.
So,
Yeah,
okay.
that's true. Stephanie,
All right.
go ahead and get in here, and I'm going to add Devereaux to the chat, too. Stephanie, what you wanted to finish out saying?
Well, first of all, I appreciate what Toria said about, it not being anybody's
Oh, he was
business
married to the younger girl.
who somebody is sharing their life with. I appreciate that. I myself don't know any gay people. But
Oh,
I do
that's
appreciate
funny.
her saying that. I do. And so yeah, I mean, I do want to add that Aaliyah, rest her soul, was the basis of 3 of the counts in the indictment. She was one of the Jane Does, and she was charged as one of the underage or what we call child complainants. Even though she's not alive to have testified or anything like that.
Was one of them?
They didn't need her to testify because other people testified that they helped R. Kelly get the marriage license, and so he was convicted on those charges, on those counts of the indictment as well. There was one other underage woman that was the basis of 3 more of the counts. The rest of the women in the indictment, the rest of the Jane Does were adults, but there were some of the complainants were legal children. They were not of the age of consent. They were legally children. But they were actually in the minority. So, but that's all I got to say. And yeah, I mean, I wish we could get Clarence Thomas off the bench because he really doesn't actually use his position all that well. I've watched a case get argued in the Supreme Court a long time ago, and he is notorious for, 1, not writing any opinions, and 2, not asking any questions. He sits there and he's like, it's like he's not even listening. It's real wild, what he's doing.
Well, shit,
but
he probably
unfortunately, it's a lifetime appointment, and nothing we can do can get him off until he decides to go, or he passes.
Right, we
So,
definitely need to get rid of it or term limits on it because
it's not like every federal judge, not just the Supreme Court. Every federal judge is a lifetime appointment. They have to give it up voluntarily, or they have to go on to glory. It's one of the two.
Right, that's crazy, and they usually take going on to glory.
Yeah, or they could get impeached. They could get impeached, but that's a hell of a thing to get a federal judge impeached. It's got to be bad.
Yeah.
So anyway,
but thank you, Stephanie, for coming on. I appreciate
the opportunity to speak, and I love y'all. And
love you.
I'll click the link, next time. Bye-bye.
And Miss Devereaux, what you want to add? I also have Charles on here too. Charles, are you there?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, wait. Oh, you are there, Charles. Okay.
He is there. Hi, AT2. First of all, I'm glad that your eye is doing better. Let me start off with
Thank
that.
you. I
And
appreciate
secondly,
that.
I do want to say that Stephanie had some valid points about the Supreme Court justices.
Okay.
And thirdly,
I need to take my medication. Go ahead.
get your medication. And wait, should I start singing while he's out? No, just kidding. I have no singing voice. But I do think that R.Kelly has some shenanigans that were going on, and the parents were partially responsible for that. And lastly, about Amber, I give her props, because if you make a mistake, you should be able to own it and move forward from it. And I can't say that anybody on this panel or in the live has ever made a mistake and not, had any type of retribution or issue about it. We can all make mistakes, and we should all be able to come back from it. There is a section of us that can come back from this. What do you think, Charles?
I say this. I said R. Kelly is a victim of his own circumstances. He's a victim of his own circumstances.
I agree.
Let's just say all these women. Let's say all of them are lying. Let's just say that. Can y'all hear me real good?
I can hear you real good, Charles, but let's not say they all.
Can you hear me?
But somebody may be lying, but not all of them.
Yeah, I can hear you, Charles.
Hold on just a minute. Let me make my point.
What the hell done happened? I just left for a minute.
I'm talking. Let me make my point. Let's just say. Okay, that's not me.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Let's just say they all lying. Say all.
Okay, well, let's not.
He did.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He did marry Aaliyah, and the mama should be locked. The mama should be locked up with it. The mama should be locked up with it. He did marry Aaliyah. Allegedly, Aaliyah got pregnant from R. Kelly.
Yeah,
the mama knew that. Yeah. And guess what? And guess what? Guess what?
What?
She ain't want to let her have her fun too. So she went on with R. Kelly too. So she was going with him too. He's a victim of his own circumstance. When he walked out that courtroom, when they had him on that videotape, he said that was his brother. No, bro, that's you. That's all you, bro. He walked out of that courtroom a free. He walked out of that courtroom a free man. And it was said to him, "Hey man, God don't got you out this situation. You need to kind of change what you do." You know what he told his brother? He said, "God didn't get me out this situation. My lawyers did." See, now all of a sudden now the higher power didn't let you walk out of there. And now that you in there, it's the higher power that's gonna put you back in there. You can say what you want to say. And then his ex-wife, she ain't innocent either. You up there talking about he a predator, but you got his last name. You riding around talking about my baby, but you say he a predator. Make up your damn mind. Now let me tell you something. You're riding all down around, you're riding all up there, you're all up there, Abraham Elementary School, you're riding around in a car with a girl with a Dora Explorer shirt on. Nigga, you need to go to jail. You need to go to jail.
Well, he is a victim of his circumstance. He is a victim of his circumstance.
Let me tell you something.
I do believe that.
He's a victim of his circumstance. Let me say this, y'all. Let me say this. You mean to tell me? Let me, because I gotta get this out. Because if I don't get this out, I ain't gonna go to sleep tonight. I gotta get it out. Let me explain something to you. You mean to tell?
Get it out.
You mean to tell? It was one situation where they had a concert. The concert was at 8 o'clock. I know this young lady ain't lying. She said everybody got off the bus, and there was another young girl on the bus. She got off the bus, and she come back. I think she forgot something. And this nigga was Krispy Kreme naked on the bus. Wait a minute. The concert is 8 o'clock. At 7:15, you butterball naked? You Hawaii 5-0 naked on the bus, bro? Really? You got problems, bro. I don't want this man to spend the rest of his life in prison. I want him to get help. He need help. Okay? I don't need to see your ass. I don't need to see your ass up there while the band is practicing up there around a bunch of 12-year-olds. I don't need to see your ass up there. You got two daughters. You got $2 with that woman of yours. You should have been in those girls' life. and making your money and being in your daughter's life. And now they got to walk around. They got to walk around with people saying their daddy is a predator. R. Kelly allegedly, y'all, and I mean allegedly, was molested himself.
Right. He did.
So exactly. So when a person get molested, they used to turn into the molester. 8 out of 10 times they become the molester. He never got help for what happened to him. He's a brilliant artist, but he got an issue. Right. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna say this in close.
And I don't know if that statistic was true. The 8 out of 10. I don't know if the statistic was true.
But I'm gonna tell you something. In close, they had this thing come on TV called Catch Pro. Here's a guy they talked to online, and you know what he did? He didn't even wait to get that to the house and took off his clothes. He was naked in the garage. Round the tires and the battery fluid, you naked around the tires and the batteries. That's what you doing, bro. People need help out here, y'all. We got people out here got mental issues. They got sexual issues. They need help. Locking them up might not be the cure all the time.
Right.
Locking them up ain't the cure all the time.
They
need to seek treatment, man. Okay? You come home, your boyfriend in the bed, he buck naked watching The Price is Right. He needs some help. You mean to tell me he buck naked? He buck naked watching a game show and see he should be on a job, but you knew he was crazy, but you let it roll. You knew he was crazy, you let it roll, walking all through the house singing and ain't got no clothes on. Mental health is very important. This sexual deviant stuff that's going on out here, this stuff needs to stop. It's all on BET. BET ain't nobody got no damn clothes on. Nobody got no clothes on Soul Train. If the Soul Train Awards, all right, they should the Naked Award because ain't nobody got no damn clothes on. And that's all I got to say.
Charles, I appreciate you for coming on. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, Charles came and shut it down. Let me add Devereaux. There was something wrong with your mic. Are you still there?
I am still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's still kind of staticky. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up with you. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
I just want to say that Charles had valid points, and I don't want anybody sexing by my battery fluid or there are some sexual shenanigans going on. I understand that, and I agree with him wholeheartedly, but everybody wasn't naked, and everybody is not going to be naked, but I do believe that Amber should receive some grace because if she owns her stuff, she should be able to grow from it and move forward. That's all I want to say.
I appreciate that. Thank you for coming on, Ms. Devereaux. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. We came to the end of our show. Oh, man. It was a good show, y'all. I appreciate y'all for talking with me, rocking with me. Shout out to Toria. Shout out to Stephanie. Shout out to Laugh, Gas, and Gossip. Shout out to Devereaux. Shout out to Charles for coming and shutting it down. I appreciate everybody's opinion. You know, like I said, we don't all need to agree on this subject. You know, a lot of people got a lot of different emotions, a lot of different opinions. I just want to say, all in all, I hope that people felt like they got justice. If not, hopefully they at least find peace. And even with R. Kelly, hopefully he finds some peace in himself. This man gets treatment, he gets some kind of help, and we leave it, you know, at that, because he got a case in Illinois that it don't seem like it's gonna turn out too good, but we don't know. But definitely thank you, everybody. Thank you to anyone who cashed out, PayPal, super chatted, super stickered. I appreciate everyone. Thank you. Without you, this show doesn't continue. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. All that good stuff. We out of here, y'all. What the hell is my outro right here? Hold on. I'm used to being on my phone and on my computer, so I don't even have everything together. Here we go, y'all. Deuces.